Hi, Rob Runacres from the Renaissance Sword Club. Today I just want to spend a couple of minutes talking about using the Dagger Advanced. So normally, of course, we have our rapier out like so, and we have our dagger generally a little bit tucked back possibly, maybe a little bit forward if we square the hips, but really the sword's doing all the work. Now sometimes we can advance the dagger, so we're actually standing like so. Let me show it from a better angle. So like this, and the sword covers around here, and this has some advantages in that the sword is withdrawn. What this means is that someone has difficulty actually finding the sword, trapping it, and then disadvantaging you. The disadvantage of using the dagger forwards is that you are leaving a lot of space on this side and you don't have the length of the rapier out there to protect you. So it really depends on the size of the dagger. If you've got a long dagger like the Spanish dagger, you're able to move around like so, and you can generally cover the line with precious little difficulty. However, if you've got some of the smaller daggers or one without a guard on, you are going to be in trouble. Just a tip for those people who do have the shorter daggers with no guard on it, your hand is going to get sniped, so it's better to keep your point out rather than having it up, because otherwise you're going to get some sore fingers. Something to be really careful of is transitioning between the sword foot forwards and the dagger foot forwards. A lot of people tend to come forwards like this and they keep their elbow tucked in. The problem with that is I'm actually opening up my offside shoulder to be hit. So what I should do is advance the weapon and then follow behind it. And notice I need to keep it a little bit tucked out. I don't want it to drift over this way, otherwise I'm going to get sniped over the top. One of the things this really allows for is for offside movement. So it's very good if you're going to move around like this, because your dagger, of course, can cover the line where your sword might not if you're doing that. So it does allow a slightly more square movement. For linear fencers, they're not generally going to need this quite so much. They can quite happily move across like so. So I'll leave you with one technique to practice if you are going to do that incorporates some of these components. So what we're going to do is we're going to pretend we're out here. I'm transitioning back, and notice how I leave my dagger there, and then assuming someone is going to come in, just make a low sweep and then lunge over the top. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to invite someone to come down underneath my weapon. I'm going to capture it and immediately hit them. So it should look something like this. I'll do it from the other side. And there are variations thereof. You can, of course, bring it into a high guard as you step back as well. Very intimidating. There are all sorts of different things you can do with this. So I hope that was a useful introduction. Have a play with it and let me know what you think. Cheers.